You're watching Inside Automotive with Jim Fitzpatrick.
Hey everyone, Jim Fitzpatrick. Thanks so much for joining me here at CBT News. Today we welcome back Urban Science. Previously, you've heard them talk about the importance of defection data via their solutions, TrafficView and also SalesAlert. But today we're going to switch gears and talk about one of the other dealership performance solutions, AutoHook. As many of you know, vehicles are spending more days on the lot, and it's critical to find ways to boost your store's floor traffic. Joining us now is John Sass, Solution Manager at Urban Science, and Betsy Marietti, who is the Senior Marketing Specialist at Urban Science. Thank you so much, folks, for joining me on the show today. John, I'd like to start with you. What is AutoHook, and how can car dealers use it to drive traffic to their showroom?
Awesome. Thanks, Jim, for having us. Yeah, so thousands of dealers are on it now or have been on AutoHook, gosh, in the past 10 years probably at this point. Simply, it's just an advertisement overlay on a dealer website. So as a dealer who purchases AutoHook, we're typically going to have that overlay on the vehicle inventory or the search or the details page of the vehicle. And it's going to read something like, receive a reward with the test drive of a new vehicle at your dealership. The sweet spot is like a $50 reward card. And basically what we're doing is, in exchange for coming in to the dealership to do a test drive, we're going to give you a $50 reward card.
Very cool.
So as soon as that person submits themselves as a lead on the website, they're going to put in their name, number, email address. We're going to shoot that over as a lead to the CRM immediately so that the dealer can follow up with them. And then the customer at the same time is going to get the voucher code. So when they show up at the dealership, they take the test drive, they give the dealer the voucher code, dealer goes into AutoHook, redeems it, boom, they get the email with the gift card in it and everything.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's really focused on just converting website traffic into showroom traffic. So just for some context, I know Betsy will probably get into it here in a minute, but almost 40% of those leads actually show up at the dealership. And at the same time, 40% of those leads are going to purchase a car in the next 90 days. So they're super, super high qualified in-market buyers.
Wow, that is fantastic. What a great idea. So bringing it back to what the industry is going through right now, you recently took a look at how AutoHook can help dealers move aging EV inventory. I know I have the attention of dealers now, and crafted a case study. Let's dive into that. The case study highlights that 42% of consumers prefer individualized guidance when transitioning to electric vehicles. Betsy, how important is the role of dealership staff in not only facilitating test drives, but also addressing the common concerns potential EV buyers have? This is something that's a real issue out there among dealers right now.
Yeah, of course. I think it's critical that dealership staff is educated on the benefits of EV, because those 42% of buyers are looking for that guidance when they come in to experience the product. And I want to start off by saying that 80% of these AutoHook test drive leads who came in for their test drive purchased a vehicle. 80% of them purchased.
Wow.
So I think a lot of customers who are hesitant to make the jump to EV are now exploring them as a viable option, because there's more models on the market, which opens up affordability. And with the improvement in charging networks and increasing gas prices, it makes them an attractive option for buyers. But a lot of customers get stuck in that research phase, right? Like, they're online, there's so many options. I know I do. So dealers need a way to get them from that research phase into the dealership to experience those benefits firsthand. And then when they do, and they're able to answer and address those customer concerns, they purchase. Like I said at the beginning, 80% purchase a vehicle after test driving it.
Wow. Betsy, the $50 test drive incentive played a crucial role in boosting EV sales by turning online interest into in-person showroom visits, which is the key. What insights led to selecting this specific incentive, and how does it influence customer behavior?
Yeah, as a data company, obviously we love data and we do a lot of consumer research. So with our Harris poll, we found that just $50 would motivate 72% of customers to come in and take a test drive.
Wow.
So it's a really small incentive number to kind of motivate that customer action.
Sure.
And AutoHook incentives are great in general, because as John says, a lot of them purchase, like 40%.
Yeah.
So it hits people at their car buying journey at the right time. So dealers are disrupting that research phase in a positive way at the right time to motivate action, to bring them into the dealership and experience the product. So we also found that 69% of customers wouldn't purchase a vehicle without test driving it first. which further highlights the importance from bringing the customers from online into the dealership so that dealers can provide the expertise to move forward on the next part of the buying journey.
So with 61% of leads being new to brand customers, how do target test drive incentive plan or programs, I should say, impact long-term brand loyalty? And what strategies can dealerships use to build lasting relationships with these new EV buyers?
Yeah. So simply put, it provides a foot in the door. As I mentioned earlier, there's more models on the market than ever before, so customers have more options. You need to get them into the dealership, which is the first step. So AutoHook gives them a reason to come see you. And once they're in the dealership, you just need to continue to offer excellent customer service and personalized touch points to maintain that relationship. We all know this industry is founded on word of mouth, referrals, word of mouth, just to kind of build up our consumer base and everything like that. So just as soon as you get them in, treating them right is the next step. And then you can further use incentives as a tactic to bring them in for their first service appointment. We did a bunch of research as well on the importance of service to sales loyalty and how the service to sales loop impacts customers continuing to come back and purchase from you.
John, those numbers are some pretty incredible results that you're sharing, but AutoHook works for more than just EVs, right? I mean, what is it about AutoHook that makes it so successful?
Yeah, it's any model. So a lot of our OEM funded programs, they'll either have aging inventory that they want to push off the lots. So what we'll do is we'll personalize ads just for them. So they'll have hundreds of dealers on just a specific model program. And then we'll build a very custom ad. And I say we, it's really Betsy because she's the marketing guru, but it'll have that vehicle. And we'll even put an offer that's relative to the nation. So if it's like a 0 down, 60% or 60-month 0 down, we'll put that on the overhead line. So you got the actual vehicle that you're interested in. It's on the ad, it's on the site, it's all nice and streamlined there. So we've got a bunch of customization that we use, and it just depends on the dealer. So a lot of our dealers that buy directly with us, they'll typically just advertise in general any new vehicles, and that's fine. Where others will be very targeted with just EVs.
Wow. So John, how important is timing when following up with leads, and what strategies can dealerships use to ensure they engage with prospects at the right moment?
Yeah, you got to follow up immediately. I mean, these are in-market buyers.
Yeah.
We've already talked about the sales. So within minutes, I mean, we immediately send over a lead to the CRM. So as long as your shop is, and when we onboard the dealer, we talk about this ad nauseum, having that follow-up process. So immediately either texting them or calling them, just verifying that they are interested in that model and just verifying again that they are ready to purchase, answering any of those preliminary questions. Because again, 60% of these people are new to brand. So it's like the first time you're contacting them, you're going on a date, you got to make a good impression. So do it quick. And then you've got all the details up front to have a good conversation to start things off with.
Sure. John, what role does personalization play in lead conversion, and how can dealerships tailor their approach to meet the specific needs of each prospect?
Yeah, we talked about advertising actual models, so what that overlay would look like. We can also target the inventory age. So if we just want to gunshot and say anything that's been sitting on my lot for 100 days, I only want to advertise that. So as a consumer who goes on the website and they're looking at a vehicle who's been sitting at 100 days, to add a fire for them. That way we're not overwhelming people who don't necessarily need to be targeted. And we can also target by zip codes and geographies too. So if you're somewhere out in Alaska and you're looking at a shop in Texas, like there's no reason to target you there. So we got a lot of targeting models that we use there. And again, we talked about the customizations and the actual creative itself to apply to exactly what we're trying to target and move off the lot.
Yeah. Betsy, let me ask you, I know that for the dealers that are watching, they're going to want to know, what kind of dollars are we talking about for a program like this?
Yeah, it doesn't need to be expensive. So our price point is only $299 plus the cost of cards redeemed. So it's super affordable for a dealer to embed this tactic, and then you see amazing results.
That is the fraction of one deal. I mean, this seems to be a no-brainer. So thanks for sharing that with us. Yeah.
It has one of the lowest cost per sale or cost per leads on the market.
Wow, this sounds very innovative, and dealers that are listening, these are just the kinds of programs that we want to be bringing you here at CBT News. So John Sass, Solution Manager at Urban Science, and Betsy Marietti, who is the Senior Marketing Specialist at Urban Science. I want to thank you so much for stopping by the show. Very much appreciate this, and I know that our dealers and managers watching will get a lot out of it. For those of you that are interested, we'll show the information on the screen here as to how to learn more about the program. And so folks, thanks so much. Hopefully we can have you back to do a follow-up on this to see how the program's working.
Great, thank you.
Great, thanks.
Thanks for watching Inside Automotive with Jim Fitzpatrick.